Welcome to the Audiobook channel. I invite you to read the book The High Focus of the Writer by Chris Peely, a deep study of the art of attention management in our digital age. In light of the increasing challenges that our ability to focus faces, this distinguished work provides a scientific methodology and practical solutions to improve productivity and enhance the ability to maintain constant focus. We will present with the most important strategies that will help you regain control over your time and attention. In our modern world, digital and information systems are a real challenge in the face of achieving important achievements. The ability to focus permanently has become a fundamental skill for professional and personal success. This book offers a comprehensive view of the mechanisms of solutions to improve performance and increase productivity. In this in-depth analysis, we present to you a comprehensive methodology to improve focus skills and enhance mental efficiency, while focusing on building positive habits that support sustainable productivity. This practical guide is designed to help you to achieve your goals with higher and less effort. If you are looking for inspiring and useful content, we are here to present to you the best we have. We present tips about self-development and reviews of books. Do not forget to subscribe to the channel and activate the bell button to receive every new video. Stop the daily routine. When you are in the daily routine, you cannot give your full attention to anything. Take, for example, Beth. While she is preparing for work, she is in the daily routine. She wakes up, prepares, and takes breakfast, then goes to work. All this while, her mind is wandering and thinking about other things. We all move to the daily routine when doing repeated tasks. You know how these actions work because you have done them many times until they became a habit. This works well for simple tasks, such as dressing or preparing for breakfast. But living in a daily routine is not exemplary for a long time. If you look at Kathab, living in a daily routine means living the same life every day and spend hours on your phone, then go home and go to sleep. Weeks pass in this routine. Is this the way life should be lived? Do you really want to spend the coming few years in this way? I doubt that. For this reason, you need to regain your attention and stop the daily routine. You can start by identifying the type of tasks that form your daily routine. You need to choose the things that really deserve your attention and learn how to maintain that focus. It can help you classify your tasks in that. There are two main workers who determine where your focus should go. The first worker is whether the task is a production or not. For example, preparing a report for work is a production task. The second factor is whether the mission is fun or not. It is fun just like watching a video of a cat and a dog. To sum up, there are 4 ways to describe the mission. The mission can be productive and fun, or it can be non-productive and non-fun. Some missions are not productive, but they are still fun, can be productive, but not enjoyable at all. The task becomes necessary when it is productive, but not enjoyable. For example, attending a meeting to discuss your company's annual budget is a necessary task. No one wants to complete today's decision by talking about numbers, but it is something that must be done. The task becomes unnecessary when it is not productive and not enjoyable. An example of this is the reorganization of your files in a new order, instead of arranging them in a way that makes them look from the latest to the latest. At first, it may seem like a creative task, but in reality, it is just a mockery. The reorganization of your files is not a trivial task. You are deceiving yourself by thinking that you are busy, but in reality, you are not like that. Another way to identify unnecessary tasks is to think about what you will achieve from doing them. The task is a burden when it is not produced, but it is still enjoyable. This is the classification that most of your day spends. The burden may be the burden of others, or the endless work through the applications of social media. Now, let's talk about the tasks that you should focus on. These tasks are called the target tasks, which are those that are productive and enjoyable. The target tasks do not make you happy, but give you a deep sense of satisfaction. The target tasks differ from one person to another. For example, Gil is an actress. For her, the repetition of her lines and good performance in front of the camera is a target task. On the other hand, Ben is a bank manager. His idea of the goal mission is to make the right investments in potential customers. What is your definition of the goal mission? Determine it and write it down. Gradually, classify your day as the 4 categories mentioned above. This will help you understand where your energy and time go. In the end, you will spend more time on your goals, which will bring more satiety to your life. I would like to ask you a question about an unforgettable professional experience. Those were the crucial moments when you faced a final appointment, a desire for a project, or an academic research. Despite the fact that you had enough time, you made a strategic decision to give your full energy to the task, and you maintained a special level of professional concentration. During this exceptional period, you were immersed in work in a deep sense until you crossed the limits of consciousness over time. You may start working at 6 in the evening to find yourselves without realization at 10 in the evening. This special state of outstanding cognitive performance is known scientifically as superior concentration. Simply, the most important thing is that you feel the real satisfaction while performing your task. Boli is an exceptional character in the art world, where her talent in transforming drawing into a complete artistic journey is reflected. She practices her work with high professionalism to achieve her financial achievements. She is also a very talented artist. While maintaining a level of creativity and distinction, it is important to note that the official sessions that start hours after noon last until late at night, which reflects its absolute dedication to its work. During these intensive creative periods, its focus is completely focused on the painting, where every artistic touch is granted, a deep sense of purity and inner harmony. And in the service of this artistic harmony, all the symptoms of exhaustion and tension disappear. There are 4 stages to entering the high focus position. First, start by choosing a fundamental task that fully meets your needs and draws your attention in a deep way. Determining a goal with value is not just a first step, but a fundamental basis for reaching the state of focus. As a sportsman prepares himself before the competition, you must prepare your mind for the work that is involved by determining a clear and accurate intention for what you want to achieve. Second, to ensure a unique performance, we must remove internal and external obstacles in a systematic and well-planned way. The high focus gives us the ability to fully focus on the task we have to do. Although obstacles may appear, returning to the state of focus becomes a matter of ease with organized practice. However, for example, dealing with it confirms that the human mind cannot maintain high levels of concentration for long periods of time. Therefore, define a clear timeline for high concentration sessions, which will ensure the preservation of your mental performance and avoid excessive mental exhaustion. Fourth, there is a scientific fact that is interesting about the ability of man to focus, that the human mind is experiencing 47% of its wake-up time in a mental state. In other words, within 18 hours of waking up, we actually focus only on 8 hours. This natural phenomenon requires us to develop effective strategies to manage our focus. For example, when you find yourself moving from an important electronic monitor, not having a connection to the content you are enjoying, I want to confirm that the key to overcoming this challenge is to develop self-awareness in moments of lack of attention. The ability to realize these moments and return firmly to the main task is a skill that can be developed through organized and continuous practice. I invite you to learn about an effective scientific approach to overcoming the challenges of high concentration. The technology of strengthening the core is a strategically unique solution that deserves your attention. Building a specific and clear intention of the subjects is a fundamental factor in achieving successful research. Let me give you a clear example. Mr. Turns, who was seeking to own a new apartment, although his goal was to, but he was lacking in accuracy and precise calculations. To achieve this goal efficiently, it was necessary to put a specific plan that includes a time and location framework to search for suitable properties. The most effective intention is to make Mr. Turns conduct an organized search through electronic platforms and communicate with 3 real estate owners at least weekly, which ensures the achievement of the results of the mission and its effectiveness. Determining the goals accurately and implementing them in a regular manner is the best way to achieve success. Let us now consider the case of Ms. Jean, who is seeking to practice sports. She is assigned a specific schedule that includes going to the nearby sports center to work on a daily basis at the end of the 5th hour at night, which ensures compliance and regularity. The challenge faced by many professionals is to continue working outside of the official hours. Therefore, it is necessary to set clear limits and strict procedures such as activating the non-interference on the mobile phone, keeping the computer away, and preventing replying to professional messages outside of work hours. The commitment to decisive decisions is similar in its power to the influence of rough habits. As usual, decisive decisions become automatic with time. By consistently implementing these decisions, you become a part of the daily system and gradually turn into a natural behavior like breathing. Made the high focus a regular thing. The capable employee Jonathan is suffering from a lack of sleep, where his continuous efforts to prepare a 2-week pre-workout have led to his loss of appetite and loss of appetite. This increasing professional burden has affected his ability to focus and perform his tasks with the required efficiency. On the other hand, Mary faces a different professional challenge as a symbol of her lack of institutional organization. Her office is experiencing a continuous state of chaos, which leads to her forgetting her important appointments. This non-organized environment is a barrier to achieving the required focus to fulfill her tasks. As for Kent, the direct manager of both of them, despite his professionalism and positive personality, his mind is always busy with external matters, such as fixing his car, which affects his professional responsibilities at a certain time. From a scientific and practical point of view, these 3 challenges face a great deal in reaching the levels of exemplary concentration that form real obstacles in the face of achieving the same performance. However, modern research and studies confirm the possibility of achieving exceptional levels of concentration, even in light of these circumstances and challenges. The key is to focus on tasks that are full of challenges and appropriate complexity. When the human mind faces appropriate mental challenges, it responds by strengthening the levels of activity and concentration. This is what many of the traditional work environments lack, where routine and repetitive tasks lead to a lack of concentration and concentration. It is also clear in the case of professionals who lack sufficient challenges in their daily responsibilities. Just defining a task requires mental effort, which is not enough to ensure a distinctive performance. Let's take Jonathan's experiment as an example. Despite his relationship with a project that requires advanced skills, he faces difficulties in maintaining the required focus. The best solution to improve the ability to focus is to turn it into an organized practice, and one of the effective ways to achieve this is meditation. The concept of meditation in some minds may be linked to traditional spiritual practices. That meditation is a practical method to enhance mental abilities. Meditation and advanced concentration are combined to focus on a specific element. In meditation, attention is directed to breathing in a practical way, where the movement of the air is closely monitored and its physiological effects are noticed on the body. Although mental breakdowns may occur during this practice, however, this is a natural part of the training process to improve concentration. It helps to develop self-awareness in moments of uncertainty, which enables the practitioner to redirect his attention to a specific goal. This skill is essential to improving concentration in different areas of life. The benefit of concentration on breathing is a scientific methodology to enhance the levels of attention. With the gradual development of this skill, you can now use this acquired ability to face advanced professional challenges such as projects and effective offerings. The practice of contemplation in strategic tasks opens up vast avenues for development. We assure you that this methodology grants you complete control over the direction of your attention with high efficiency. Let's take a realistic example. When you find yourself in a rough environment with loud noises while reviewing your important study materials, the skills of the gained meditation will enable you to effectively isolate those external influences, as well as focus on breathing. And returning to the main task represents the essence of developing this skill. It is important to ensure that your continuous practice will enhance your ability to maintain high levels of concentration for longer periods of time. Do you want to have a more effective meditation experience? We want to offer you advanced tools that allow you to reach exceptional levels of super concentration. The ability to reach the state of super concentration is a unique achievement in itself. It is important to ensure that maintaining this level of concentration is an extremely important thing to achieve your goals with high efficiency. Despite the challenges in the surrounding areas, let's think about physical activity. It is known that sports exercises enhance general health, increase energy levels, and improve the quality of life. However, why do many people hesitate to do so? The reason is that it is exhausting. But with regular training, you can confirm that you have passed this first hurdle. The first 40 seconds of the high focus is the most important. This is the time when you are most likely to be in the zone. However, you can only take 1 minute of your time to focus on the high focus. But how can you do that? There are 4 ways to overcome the first obstacle. First, there is a scientific strategy to improve your ability to focus. Let's start with detailed steps, where we start with precise focus periods. The short periods of 10 minutes and 45 minutes are considered an effective strategy. Through this organized approach, you will gradually be able to extend the period of concentrated focus in a natural and sustainable way. This progressive methodology is designed specifically to enhance your ability to focus on the above in a comfortable and effective way. Second, time management. The scientific truth indicates that each individual has the same amount of hours daily, but the fundamental difference lies in how to specify this valuable source. Represents a strategic step to overcome unscrupulous obstacles. Let us contemplate a realistic example. You may apologize for inviting your colleagues for a short time, but a regular social meeting does not exceed 2 hours at the most. On the other hand, studies indicate that the time spent in downloading social media platforms exceeds that by much. The ability to determine priorities and time saving for what adds real value to your life is a skill that can be acquired. The more you practice your ability to focus, the more you will be able to overcome obstacles. 4. Get ready for your next task by taking a rest period. After continuous effort in work and concentration, I want to confirm the importance of giving yourself a chance to recover and renew your mental and physical strength. Charging your attention. Now, after learning how to keep your attention for longer periods, the high focus position can change your life. However, be careful. It requires a lot of mental energy. If your mind becomes tired, you will lose your ability to focus. For this reason, it is necessary to charge your mental energy regularly. May have a negative impact on their productivity and focus. However, scientific research shows that the ability to focus remains preserved for long periods of time. Physical muscles also retain their strength even after a period of stopping training. Your ability to focus during months or years of practice will not be easily lost. Therefore, it is necessary to pay attention to the indicators. It is a wise step to preserve your outstanding performance over a long period of time. This can also lead to a decrease in your level of defense. Although these signs may seem inhumane to the first person, you will definitely notice that strengthening mental abilities requires following scientific strategies. Sleep is one of the most important of these strategies, where scientific studies have proven that getting the right amount of sleep increases the levels of mental concentration by 58%. This significant improvement in mental performance will definitely increase productivity in a tangible way. During working hours is extremely important. The concept of rest does not end by just stopping the intensive work. Rather, it goes beyond that to the necessity of following effective ways of relaxation that ensure the renewal of mental activity and the return of the ability to charge mentally in the same way. It is necessary to choose a good rest that is full of satisfaction and enjoyment at the same time, so that it forms an activity that you look forward to. And it is important to keep this rest completely separate from your work. The essence of rest is simplicity and its ability to grant you happiness and comfort. I would like to stress the importance of avoiding using the phone during rest periods. Instead, I invite you to think about the useful activities that you can do once or twice a day, with a clear organizational framework to implement it. The author of this book, Chris Pelly, takes an organized approach to renewing his mental activity through targeted and well-studied consultations. He realizes the real value of contemplation and movement, so he chooses to walk to the cafe to get his special coffee, avoiding home delivery services. And with great wisdom, he leaves his phone in the house. During these short trips, it enhances the effectiveness of his rest by exercising in the gym or meeting his close friends, which confirms the importance of balance between work and rest. So, when should you take a rest and how much time? This depends on you. In the end, you know the best types of rest that grant you the greatest amount of energy. Take Sophia and Grace as an example. Sophia has a positive personality and needs to interact with her colleagues at work. As a result, she often needs rest to recharge her energy. On the other hand, Grace is a social and sociable personality. She interacts more easily and takes less rest than Sophia. The important thing is that you must take into account the nature of the task you are working on. This will give you an idea of how long your rest will be. Another factor to consider is your motivation to carry out tasks. Is the task difficult, or is it something you simply don't want to do? If any of these are correct, you will need to repeat the process of recharging. Scientific studies show that stopping work every 90 minutes is a good strategy to enhance productivity. Research has also proven that a 15-minute break after every hour of work, you achieve a good performance. Although this style may seem too much for the first class, it can be easily combined into your daily work schedule. For example, you can spend a full hour resting for lunch, with an additional rest of 15 minutes after noon to have a cup of coffee. Choosing a 90-minute period does not come by chance, but rather a scientific fact that suggests that mental activity follows natural cycles for 90 minutes. After the end of this period, man becomes tired and exhausted. Therefore, it is advisable to invest in these natural cycles for mental energy. When you face difficulty in focusing, taking a break is the best solution. Remember that rest is a fundamental element of productivity. So trying to focus on the short term when your mental energy is low leads to negative results and lessens efficiency. First, I learned that the experiment has proven the importance of avoiding the repeated routine. The daily commitment to the activity itself is a must for a well-known decline in productivity levels. And to achieve successful achievements in different tasks, we need to refocus strategically. Therefore, it is of great importance to direct our attention to the tasks that fulfill our professional and personal satisfaction. This is clearly reflected when we are able to evaluate the duration of our production and the value of our tasks. Here, in particular, we must invest our resources and our energy to achieve the best results. Secondly, I learned the concept of superior concentration. this special mental state that enables you to direct your full mental energy toward one goal, to achieve success and happiness. I would like to share with you the scientific path to reach this exceptional state through 4 basic steps. Your journey begins by setting a clear and accurate goal that you give it all your attention to. Then, you move on to the final step, represented in the unification of all the complex factors, whether external or internal. In the 3rd stage, you have to define the example time frame to stay focused. Finally, and this is the most important, you will be able to master the skill of focusing quickly and efficiently when facing any possible obstacles. 3rd, you will learn that gaining the ability to focus has become possible through methodical practice. Organized daily meditation is an effective way to achieve this noble goal. Between contemplation and progressive concentration, where both require a certain point of focus. The organized practice of contemplation will definitely enhance your ability to maintain concentration for longer periods of time. 4th, you learned that renewing your mental power is an important matter to achieve permanent success. Concentrated concentration greatly erases your mental abilities, a necessity that cannot be ignored. You must take special care of enough sleep and organized rest. They are the main stones in preserving a distinguished mental performance. To achieve the highest benefit, you should have free time during the rest, while focusing on the exciting activities that do not require much effort. We strongly advise you to practice various activities, such as taking a nap in the fresh air, or social communication with friends, or indulging in your favorite hobbies to renew your mental activity. And from the best, you can spend 90 minutes of deep rest or follow a 15-minute rest system that takes every hour of work to maintain high levels of productivity. There are no limits to what you can achieve in your life. Those negative ideas that you are trying to convince yourself to limit you, like chains, and prevent you from achieving success. You have learned from this summary how to free yourself from your lost thoughts. The high focus is a valuable asset that you offer yourself, so invest it in improving your life to the highest levels. See you next time.